Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome back to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach, and today I'm going to be unboxing Unmatched Robin Hood versus Bigfoot. So I've gotten more and more into the Unmatched game. The first one I started with was Cobble and Fog, and I've just really enjoyed that. And recently, with our Dino Mania that we've been preparing for, I've been into dinosaur games, and one of them that they've released was T-Rex versus Dr. Sattler, and I ended up getting that one. We'll probably have another video if you want to see that. Definitely subscribe or check out our other videos. But this one was one that interested me. I thought it was interesting to have Robin Hood and Bigfoot together. I'm not sure if there's any connection there in any lore of Robin Hood encountering Bigfoot, but I suppose they're both kind of things of the woods, possibly. So I would say it works, definitely, but it's an interesting combo. But I find both characters really interesting, and can't wait to try both of them out, and even against some of the people like maybe Sherlock or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Definitely wouldn't call myself an expert at this by any means, at Unmatched, but maybe I'll get there someday. And I think these are pretty much, outside of describing the new characters and whatnot, I think the rules are generally pretty similar for all of these, and it should be a pretty straightforward rule book. Then, like these, if you've seen any Unmatched before, you have your dials that you'll put together. They seem to really use some, I think, pretty solid colors when putting these together. So I'm always appreciative of that. I mean, it's one of those things where it doesn't necessarily matter, but it just really looks nice. Then we've got a map here. Looks like a double-sided one. So you can kind of use these in any of them, I believe, for any matchups you may end up choosing. And really like, personally, how easy it is to tell kind of which areas you're in these games. When you're in like an orange area, you can see kind of each one of these has orange or red, whichever color you'd say that is. And then you got the brown area and all the different areas. It's pretty easy to tell them apart. At least for me, I'm not sure how well it works for color blindness. Maybe it doesn't work as well for that. I don't know that looks like the terrain's maybe slightly different. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but they might have just slightly different where maybe you could use that if you're colorblind, but I feel like I could have made it a little more detailed. Yeah, excited to try those maps out. Then we got these to put together your dials, like all of them have. It looks like, I think Robin Hood, he come with his merry men. And then we've got the Jackalope, I believe, is who Bigfoot gets to fight with. Yeah, I always like these tokens. I know I've seen on the Facebook Unmatched group, I know some people make their own figurines for kind of the sidekicks, but I think these tokens to me are pretty solid. They use pretty nice artwork on these as well. I think that's one of the things that really draws me to Unmatched is I don't know what it is about it, but I just really like the artwork and a lot of the things they use, and I think the miniatures are really, really solid looking from everything I've looked at anyway. So I suppose we could just go to the miniatures themselves. So right here we've got Robin Hood. Let's see if I can get it to focus a little bit. He's pretty solid. He's got a pretty large arrow there. It's going to do a lot of damage to Bigfoot. But yeah, overall I think he looks very solid. He's got his extra arrows in there as well. He's got his hood. That's a very, very solid one. I look forward to using him in some battles. Then we've got, of course, Bigfoot. It looks like he's got like a tree stump that he's carrying along with him, so he's going to be able to do a lot of damage with that. And that's very detailed as well. They do a really good job at detailing their miniatures here. And I like the little land terrain that they pick that he's on. It looks like he's on a little extra rock. But yeah, he looks very vicious. He's going to be hard to beat. then, just like in other Unmatched games, we've got the deck correlates to a specific hero, I guess. I don't remember if they're called heroes exactly or what the terminology is. We got Robin Hood, and after you attack, you may move your attacking fighter up to 2 spaces. So he's got his outlaws, I guess, not his merry men. Yeah, he's a ranged one. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if I've used any ranged related ones before. We got the Hunter's Eye, so that looks like that's the one you're going to want to try to hit with because it's got a 5 on there. You get 3 of those. Steal from the Rich. Get a couple of those. Like I said, I really like the artwork that they use. This is a little terrifying, a little scary. Defenders of the Sherwood. Highway Robbery. I just got a lot of solid artwork here. Yeah, definitely looks like it fits his character. So yeah, and it's all, I really like the layout of all their cards. It's very clear once you know how to play Unmatched. It's just the way they set these cards up is just really nice, and it works very solidly. And then we've got Bigfoot's deck. Let's see here. I always love unwrapping cards. It always works so easily for me. Yeah, so we got Bigfoot and the Jackalope. They're the two, and they're both melee fighters. Obviously, he's got that huge stump. At the end of your turn, if there are no opposing fighters in Bigfoot's zone, you may draw 1 card. Which could be a good thing. I think it can be. Like I said, I haven't played it that much, and I wouldn't say I overly big time knowledge of the game, but I think that drawing cards, you can become fatigued and end up kind of out battling someone by forcing them to run out of cards. But I don't know that I've played it enough to know all the strategies behind it. But it looks like Bigfoot can hit for 6 if he hits with one of his big cards here. Larger than life. Doesn't have any special effect, but it looks like we've got some more interesting artwork here. It is a little, I could see where you could maybe think some of it's a little scarier. So it might not necessarily be for young kids, but overall, I think it's some pretty solid artwork. Looks like you can use the Jackalope there. Use either Jackalope or Bigfoot. Yeah, I think they just do a solid job at making these cards. Yeah, it'll be interesting to try both of those characters out. So I think that's everything inside the box there. So we've got miniatures, the cards, the dials that you'll put together, and the tokens. All a very solid production that fits well in the box itself, which is always nice as well. The inserts in these ones are always pretty solid. But I think they're having a storage solution for all this stuff come to GameFound here, so it'll be interesting to see how that'll work. But yeah, if you like the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more unboxing or possibly some videos of Unmatched, we'd definitely be, I'm sure we'll have more unboxings, but we'd definitely be willing to do some content on maybe some playthroughs of Unmatched, since it's a pretty speedy game. Yeah, otherwise we hope to see you on the next one, and as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling.